Hello viewers, you are welcome to Tiben Math class. In today's lesson, we're going to look at subtraction of matrices. Two matrices can be subtracted if they have the same size. Having the same size here means that if you have a 2 by 2 matrix, you can only subtract a 2 by 2 matrix from it. So a 3 by 3 matrix cannot be subtracted from a 2 by 2 matrix or a 2 by 1 matrix. So before you can simplify by subtraction, the matrices dealing with should have the same size. Now let's look at this. If A is equal to A, B, C, D, and then matrix B is equal to E, F, G, H, then A minus B, subtracting B from A, will be matrix A minus matrix B. And the only way to do your subtraction is to subtract the corresponding entries or the corresponding elements. So when you pick this, its corresponding element is E. So we have A minus E. We have B minus F is here. We have C minus G. And then we have D minus H. So by this, you obtain the result of this. That is A minus B. Now let's consider our first example for today. In our first example, we have if matrix A is equal to negative 5, 3, 2, 1, and matrix B is equal to 2, negative 1, 4, 6. A, find I, A minus B, B minus A. B, what is the relationship between your answers in AI and II? So we are going to tackle the first one first, AI. So let's write the matrices down first. So AI, A minus B will be equated to the matrix A will be written first. So we have negative 5, 3, 2, 1 minus matrix B. That one too is 2, negative 1, 4, 6. So this one, as it was said, the corresponding entries will be dealt with. So we subtract the entry in the second matrix from its corresponding entry in the first matrix. So let's do that and see. We have negative 5 minus 2. So this and that. Then 3, there is a minus here. So minus negative 1. So minus negative 1. Then when we come here, we have 2 minus 4. 2 minus 4. And then 1 minus 6. 1 minus 6. So this one will give us, now negative 5 minus 2 will give us negative 7. 3 minus negative 1 will give us 4. And then 2 minus 4 will give us negative 2. 1 minus 6 will give us negative 5. So now let's look at the II. The II is also B minus A. So in this case, B will be written first. 2 minus 1, 4, 6. And this will be minus negative 5, 3, 2, 1. So the same thing will be done. Corresponding entries are dealt with. So we will have 2 minus negative 5. Then negative 1 minus 3. Negative 1 minus 3. Then we have 4 minus 2. Then finally we have 6 minus 1. So this will give us 2 minus negative 5 will be 7. Negative 1 minus 3 will be negative 4. Then 4 minus 2 will be 2. And then 6 minus 1 will be 5. Now, the big part of the question was, what is the relationship between your answers in AI and II? Based on the results that we've obtained in AI and II, it is clearly seen that A minus B is not equal to B minus A. In our second example, we have if P is equal to negative 2, 6, 4, 1, Q is equal to 4, negative 3, 7, negative 2, and R is equal to negative 1, 6, negative 4, 3. A, find I in a bracket P minus Q minus R. Then P minus in a bracket Q minus R. Let's tackle the A before we come to the B. The A will help us draw our conclusion in B. So straight away, P minus Q in a bracket or minus R will be equal to, now in order to get the whole thing, it is better you pick the first expression or the expression in a bracket. You pick it, you solve for it first. So let's pick P minus Q and solve that one alone. So what is our P? Our P from the question is negative 2, 6, 4, 1. Minus our Q is also 4, negative 3, 7, negative 2. So by solving this, we are going to have negative 2 minus 4, 6 minus negative 3, then 4 minus 7, then finally 1 minus negative 2. So this will give us, the first one will give us negative 6, 9, then negative 3, 3. So this will be the answer for the first part. Now let's quickly look at the second part, where we use the result of the first bracket or the one in the bracket to solve or to extend to the one outside the bracket. So let's see. P minus Q in a bracket minus R will now be the result for the bracket. We had negative 6, 9, negative 3, 3. Minus the second one we have, or that is the matrix R, we have negative 1, 6, negative 4, 3. So we will have negative 6 minus negative 1. Then we have 9 minus 6. Then when you come here, we have negative 3 minus negative 4. So negative 3 minus negative 4. Then we have 3 minus 3. 3 minus 3. So in this case, we are going to have negative 5. Then here we have 3. This will be 1, 0. So it means that the result for this, the whole of this, is now negative 5, 3, 1, 0. This is the answer for the AI part. So now we are going to look at the AII part. And that one is P minus in a bracket Q minus R. As it was said, when you want to solve something like this, deal with what is in a bracket first. So Q minus R will be dealt with first. So what is my Q? The Q is 4, negative 3, 7, negative 2. Minus my R is negative 1, 6, negative 4, 3. So this will be equal to, now we have negative, 4 minus negative 1. Then when you come here, we have negative 3 minus 6. Then when we come here, we have 7 minus negative 4. Then we have negative 2 minus 3. So this will give us, this and that will be 5. Negative 3 minus 6 will give us negative 9. 7 minus negative 4 will be 11. And then finally, negative 2 minus 3 will be negative 5. So we have gotten the first part of the question. Let's quickly look at the whole expression where we have P minus in a bracket Q minus R. So P minus into bracket Q minus R will now be P first. Our P is negative 2, 6, 4, 1. And this will be minus the answer we had for the one in the bracket. And it is 5, negative 9, 11, negative 5. So by subtraction, we're going to have negative 2 minus 5. So negative 2 minus 5. We also have 6 minus negative 9. 6 minus negative 9. We have 4 minus 11. 4 minus 11. And finally, we have 1 minus negative 5. 1 minus negative 5. So this will be, the final answer will be negative 7. We have 15. Negative 7. We have 6. So this is the answer. So the answer for the whole expression here is what we have on the board. In our B, the B says, what conclusion can be drawn from your answers in AI and II? The conclusion that can be drawn is that since P minus Q in a bracket minus R is not equal to P minus in a bracket Q minus R, so matrix subtraction is not associative. Matrix subtraction is not associative. Now, before we bring today's lesson to an end, there is an assignment I want to give you. You solve the assignment, you put your solution at the comment section. If you really found this video or lesson interesting or useful, subscribe to the channel and make sure you like it as well. We will meet another time for another lesson, and until then, goodbye.